Vinny, have you watched the AMC debut?
I did, in fact. I think the best way to say it would be...
It sucked?
While I hated it, I did not hate it as much as everyone else did.
Why?
Because I hate NXT more.
I found the show to be much worse than NXT.
All right.
And I am astonished. Because Vic wasn't on it?
That's a big part of it.
Oh, my God.
Vic Joseph has 5 or 6 moments a week worse than anything on that AMC debut.
That is not true. Did you see the personal concierge segment? I thought this show was a good show. Where the fuck was this on Thursday?
Not just a good show, but it kind of answered the question of what exactly should TNA be in this marketplace. This Genesis show was full of really, really good wrestling matches that were kind of timeless. They would have been good matches in the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s. And it's something they can do to do that style of wrestling that will set them apart from everyone else and not just be the same thing someone else is doing, but not as good. JDC's final dance. Johnny Dango Curtis, the final Fandango in his retirement match. And then he comes out in Terry Funk gear.
What a great thing to do if you're trying to convince people you're retiring.
Exactly. And then he goes to a sleeper, and yes, JDC smiles, but he will not give up. I 100% believe that is a rib on you personally.
Probably these fuckers.
Yes.
And a lot of those lately. Lei Ying Lee used to be Xia Lee.
Yes.
So as soon as I see Xia Brookside, the name Xia is in my head.
Yep.
Then I try and write these fucking reports, and I keep writing Xia when I'm supposed to be writing Lei Ying Lei. What the fuck is it?
It's very hard to say the name Lei Ying Lee.
Lei Ying Lee. I fucked that up. I wrote Lei Ling Yi. Oh my God. Anyway, I thought this match was all right.
Nick Nemeth and his ridiculous hairdo, the special referee.
And those Shawn Michaels shorts.
And the Shawn Michaels tribute
I can't
shorts.
believe people have... We are so old now that there's a whole generation that doesn't remember Shawn Michaels' shorts that he wore when he was a guest referee.
They were like this, but I believe even smaller.
I think so. Anyway, I thought this was a pretty good show. Genuinely good. Miles better than the AMC debut.
Do you have a favorite wrestler theme song?
Undertaker.
Granny didn't let me finish the question
Granny
that time.
finally answered a question.
Yeah. Simon Diamond.
Simon Diamond. Sing it.
You'll yell at me for saying it.
Of all the times you won't sing,
yeah, because
you have a karaoke thing that you do every year at WrestleMania. You can't just sing Simon Diamond's song. Like,
I would give my life to get somewhere down, down, down. But I'll do anything when Simon
we're about to be
says.
we can't even be canceled. And we're about
Throw
to
your
be
hands in the air.
canceled.
Down, down,
Shut the
down.
fuck up, Jesus. God almighty. God.
You asked for it.
I watched Sami Zayn against Dragunov. Sami got quite a beating, and he lost his title.
Excellent review.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
He didn't have a title going in, but that's still too bad.
I give that a 6.
Granny, there was no title on the line in Sammy versus Ilya Dragunov.
Yes, there was.
She's got you there.
It might have been an older match.
There honest to God, wasn't a title on the line in that match. Oh, wait, maybe it was the one where Ilya beat Sammy for the title. Is that what it was? Okay. Don't sigh, Craig, because she reviewed a match from SmackDown, and on that same SmackDown, there was an Ilya versus Sammy match on the same show.
The main event.
Yes.
Question her about everything, though.
Victor was using one of those box things where you box your frustrations out.
No.
A punching bag.
A punching bag?
Vinny woke up.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this trivia that you've threatened us with.
All the president's middle name. You guys really should know this one. James Monroe.
Why on earth would I know James Monroe's middle name?
Why would I know that? How old do you think we are? James?
Everybody knew it was Quincy.
No, it's John Quincy Adams.
It's John Quincy Adams. Not James Monroe.
James
The
Monroe
wrong president.
had no middle name and also died almost 200 years ago.
We're off to a rockin' start. Sting looked better 20 years later than he looked in this match.
I thought the exact same thing.
He looked miles better when he was in AEW. It's TNA. I mean, with all due respect. I mean, if you're going to WWE, like, you're going to get in real good shape, and you're going to get a tan, and you're going to go out there, and you're going to... But, man, it was like he got hired by TNA, and, he came out of his real estate office, he dyed his hair, he, put on his old trunks again, He didn't look like he was in great shape. He wasn't all that great at all in the match. No one's going anywhere, brother. It's just the same people on top. Everyone's going to say, well, Brody's going to get a title match. Yes, he is. On television. And he's going to lose. And then he's going to be back where he was. MJF is the champion. He's been the champion already. His challenges are Hangman, a multi-time champion, Swerve, who I believe also is a multi-time champion, but he's for sure a champion, and Joe, who is a multi-time champion.
And Omega.
We have and Kenny Omega, who is a multi-time. We have no new person going for this world title, nor do we have a new person holding the world title. It's literally the same people fighting for the same belt. Is anybody going anywhere?
They're workshopping some trios names, such as Jet Set Rodeo, or, as Speedball wants, Horsecock.
I like how Hangman cut off horsecock at the letter K, as if that's okay. We still got horse COC on television.
I mean, it just means horse rooster.
No, it means a giant horse dick is what it means, Vinny.
It could mean that, too,
Yes.
if your mind's in the gutter.
Speedball kicks Samoa Joe right in the goddamn neck. Joe, he gets hit in the neck. And then he's a professional, so he goes, and he, Speedball ducks or whatever. And so they end up outside, and Joe drags this guy out of the ring, and he rears back, and he chops this fucker so hard. He murdered this guy. And I thought, you know what? That'll teach him. He's not going to kick him so hard next time. Little did I know, he continued to kick Joe with all of his might through the rest of this match. And I was like, I don't know, man. Not everyone's Joe. One of these days, someone's gonna get mad. It was the first match of a feud worked as if it were the blow-off to the feud.
That is exactly what I wrote down.
It was bizarre.
It's like, there are points here where I was laughing. Help, BigStoke.com.
A real website.
The real website, which last I checked, claimed to have raised $1,025,681.72. But then if you click to donate, you get a graphic reading, oops, something went wrong. You probably weren't thinking about giving enough. So, you cannot actually donate directly to Stokely Hathaway.
But there are links to buy their shirts.
There are links to buy t-shirts.
Yes.
Kenny Omega versus Josh Alexander.
This match was awesome. It was the only match on the show where I really felt like I was watching a competitive wrestling match with ups and downs and twists and turns and a decisive winner. I mean, it was just so great. Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, they're just out there as a mid-card women's tag team. The place cheers for them and everything, but this is not the reaction that Tony used to get. And then the match is just fine, and there's not even a lot of heat to it.
Your main event, Swerve Strickland versus Kevin Knight. Swerve was the guy in the show who I thought felt most like a real human being and a great athlete and a tremendous pro wrestler. He was the star among stars in the show. I thought Swerve was incredible.
Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey won the trios titles with Hangman Page. And the very first thing that they did after that was go on Dynamite and each lose matches.
Yes.
Why do we have to do that?
I don't know.
Why? There's 200 people on this roster. There's plenty of people that can have bangers with Swerve and Samoa Joe if you want them to win, to get them in contention for MJF. Why do we have to beat Kevin Knight and Speedball right after they got that big win on Collision? I don't get it. I can't complain about AEW and then not make the same complaint here. Why the fuck did Eli LaFleur not win this North American title? I get it. He's not ready yet. But I don't give a shit. They need to make some new stars quick. And this would have been the easiest way to do it for Eli LaFleur to beat Ethan Page, win the NXT North American title. You make a guy. Now you've at least got another guy that can go on and have some fun matches and beat people. But instead, Ethan Page beats the guy.
They're talking about Briggs on commentary.
That's all anyone else talk about.
Well, it's not the first time they talked about him this way. And they don't do it with anyone else. I don't know. And maybe it's a gimmick, but he has been in NXT for years.
Yes.
They are pushing that he's on the bubble. He needs to get better or they're going to cut him. They point out roster cuts are coming right after WrestleMania. He's one of the guys on the list. The outright said, Booker says he might get fired if he loses tonight.
What is going on with Tony D? You've taken a guy who was extremely charismatic and did his gimmick great, and you have stripped everything away from him and had him grow a beard, and now he stands and he stares at the camera with his beard and says no words. How is this an improvement? How?
Police officers are on their way. She's having Tony D arrested.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched NXT?
Have you ever watched Tony D's career?
Yes. Well,
He's murdered multiple people.
Yes.
And even if you want to argue, well, there's no proof they were murdered, well, you know what there is proof of? They're now in AEW. So he got rid of a bunch of guys in apparently illegal acts, but now he runs into some fucking matches as a hired talent, a contracted talent. He must be arrested? Meanwhile, Keanu Carver is running free
on this very same show.
This show sucks.
Yeah. Jada Parker promo.
It's a good promo.
That was a very good promo.
She actually felt like a legitimate, living, breathing human being.
She's great. I did laugh when she says, people told me I don't belong here. Bullshit!
Yeah, this was a gaslighting promo. I'm sure that they wrote it because they're stupid. The difference between Jada and Blake was astounding.
Between the human being and the cartoon character?
Yep. Tony Storm, it's like so preposterously over the top that it's like you're in on the joke with Tony. Whereas with Blake, it's just like, we're supposed to believe that this is a real person, and it's impossible.
One of them on the far end has his left arm around one of these young ladies. Mr. Stone congratulates them on their win, informs Jackson Drake that next week is a qualifying match for the ladder match against Joe Hendry. And they spoke his name. He appears. He's now, as the camera pans over, he's under the arm of that one guy.
She transformed into Joe Hendry.
Yes. That was funny.
And Ricky Smokes is aghast.
He's appalled. First of all, he's got arm around this dude. The strange.
Did I kiss this guy? Ricky is still concerned that he's kissed Joe Hendry, and the 12-year-old is like, I don't think you did, but if you did, it's okay.
That was good. I'm in a better mood now, just recapping that.
Holy fuck, this match was incredible. And Kendall, in particular.
Thank you.
She is an incredible, not only an incredible athlete who can, like, do anything you ask her to do, but she gets wrestling. And she's already better than almost anybody here.
Oh, yeah.